Hello, Warriors fans. We are back with a deep dive into everything happening with Golden State, and it has been a whirlwind start to the season. After a strong finish last year, especially following the trade for Jimmy Butler, the team came into this new campaign with high expectations and plenty of confidence. They opened the season with 4 wins in the first 5 games, and for a moment, it seemed like the momentum from last year's stretch run was carrying over. The synergy on the court was evident, with players moving the ball, finding open shots, and executing team-oriented plays that reminded everyone why Golden State has been a perennial contender. However, as the season progressed, cracks began to appear. Over the last 7 games, the Warriors have lost 5, and the concerns raised by Draymond Green have sparked a lot of conversation around the locker room. Following a heavy loss to Oklahoma City, Green didn't hold back, highlighting that the level of commitment and focus on winning doesn't feel the same as it did during last season's successful run. He emphasized that while every player has personal ambitions and goals, those agendas need to fit within the framework of the team's collective mission. When individual priorities start to overshadow team objectives, it can quickly lead to inconsistency and frustration on both ends of the court. Green didn't point fingers at any one teammate, but his comment suggests that everyone shares responsibility for the recent slide. The notion of personal agendas has naturally drawn attention to the team's younger core. Brandon Podziemski, for instance, has been vocal about his desire to establish himself and even aims to be better than Stephen Curry, a comment that drew reactions within the organization. Similarly, Jonathan Kuminga's offseason contract negotiations reflected his ambition for a more prominent role on the team, adding another layer of pressure for the coaching staff to manage. While ambition is a positive trait, it becomes challenging if it interferes with team cohesion, and Draymond's point is that finding a balance is critical. On the court, the consequences of this imbalance have been noticeable. Kuminga, after a promising start to the season, has struggled in recent games, shooting well below his usual percentages from the field and struggling from beyond the arc. Turnovers have become an issue, with multiple games where the young forward has given the ball away more than 3 times, including a particularly difficult outing where 5 turnovers came in just 24 minutes. Head coach Steve Kerr, alongside Jimmy Butler, has repeatedly emphasized the importance of taking care of the basketball and playing within the flow of the offense. Both veterans know that success in Golden State's system relies heavily on ball movement, smart shot selection, and maintaining composure under pressure. Butler himself has highlighted that turnovers need to be minimized, particularly by players who handle the ball extensively, acknowledging that he and others must lead by example. Even Stephen Curry, returning from a brief absence due to illness, had a challenging game, scoring only 11 points on inefficient shooting and committing multiple fouls in 20 minutes of action. Despite his struggles, Curry accepted responsibility for his performance and recognized the importance of returning to the fundamentals of commitment to winning. He noted that success isn't measured solely by whether shots go in, but by consistent effort, running the floor, rebounding, and making smart decisions with the basketball. Curry's reflection underscores a key aspect of Golden State's philosophy. Winning is a collective effort that demands focus, discipline, and a willingness to prioritize team success over individual statistics. The Warriors' home court has been a sanctuary this season, as all losses so far have come on the road. With a perfect record at home, the team has demonstrated that when they execute their game plan with energy and precision, they are still one of the most dangerous squads in the league. However, the upcoming schedule presents significant challenges, with consecutive road games against tough opponents such as San Antonio, New Orleans, Orlando, and Miami before returning for a 5-game home stretch. These matchups will test not only the team's talent, but also its ability to maintain focus, manage egos, and uphold the culture that has historically defined Golden State. The balance between veteran leadership and young players' ambitions will likely be a recurring theme as the season unfolds, and how the team navigates these dynamics could determine whether they regain the momentum needed to compete at the highest level. In addition to on-court performance, the Warriors organization has been paying close attention to how players communicate and manage expectations off the court. Podziemski's comments about aspiring to surpass Curry, while ambitious, have drawn a mix of reactions from teammates and staff, reflecting the tension between personal goals and team objectives. While some see it as motivation, others recognize the potential pitfalls if these statements create friction or shift focus away from winning games collectively. The coaching staff's challenge is to channel these ambitions constructively, ensuring that every player feels valued while maintaining the team's overarching goals. Meanwhile, the veterans, including Draymond and Curry, continue to serve as anchors for the locker room, providing guidance and setting examples for younger players on how to compete, collaborate, and contribute effectively. Their leadership is essential in fostering an environment where personal development and team success are not mutually exclusive, but rather mutually reinforcing. As Golden State moves through this early part of the season, the dialogue around commitment, responsibility, and ambition remains central. The team has demonstrated flashes of brilliance and the ability to dominate when cohesion is at its peak, but the challenge lies in sustaining that level of focus over the long season. The blend of experienced leaders and talented young players creates both opportunities and obstacles, and how well they manage this dynamic will likely shape the trajectory of the Warriors' campaign. Every possession, every defensive rotation, and every pass counts, and, as Draymond Green's comments highlight, the commitment to winning is as much about effort, accountability, and shared purpose as it is about scoring points. With the road-heavy schedule ahead, these lessons will be put to the test repeatedly, offering both potential setbacks and chances to demonstrate resilience and adaptability. Even as the team grapples with recent losses, there remains optimism around Golden State's core strengths. Their ability to execute fast-paced offense, maintain defensive intensity, and leverage the experience of key players provides a foundation upon which to build a stronger second half of the season. The focus for now is to address the small errors, improve communication on the court, and ensure that every player aligns their personal ambitions with the team's collective objectives. The narrative of agendas versus teamwork is not new in sports, but in a league as competitive as the NBA, it is amplified under the spotlight. How the Warriors respond to this challenge could define not just their record, but the legacy of this season's roster. At the heart of the conversation is the concept of accountability. Whether it's limiting turnovers, making smarter offensive choices, or staying engaged defensively, every individual action contributes to the broader team outcome. Players are learning that their personal progress and the team's success are intertwined, and that sustainable achievement comes from striking the right balance between the two. The lessons being reinforced in these early games will have lasting implications, shaping habits and attitudes as the season develops. For Golden State, maintaining focus, fostering cohesion, and aligning individual efforts with the team mission are essential ingredients to reclaiming the momentum that has historically made them one of the most formidable teams in the league. As the Warriors continue their season, the spotlight remains on how the young players adapt to the demands of a championship-caliber team. Brandon Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga are both in crucial phases of their careers, with expectations that extend far beyond raw talent. Podziemski's ambition to surpass Stephen Curry reflects a hunger that could drive him to new heights, but also presents a delicate balance for the team. The organization recognizes his potential, yet they understand that timing, consistency, and the ability to integrate with the team system are just as important as individual skill. He has shown flashes of brilliance, contributing points, rebounds, and assists, but the leap to true stardom requires more than just numbers. It requires the ability to make teammates better, to read the game at an elite level, and to consistently make the right decisions under pressure. Kuminga, too, is navigating the pressures of expectation. After a strong start, his performance has fluctuated, and the young forward has had to confront challenges in shooting efficiency, turnovers, and adapting to defensive schemes that target his weaknesses. The contrast between the promise of youth and the responsibility of contributing to a veteran-led team is something every young player in the NBA must face, and Golden State's system emphasizes the importance of growth without compromising team results. The veterans on the roster, particularly Curry and Green, serve as critical guides in this process. Curry, despite his own recent struggles, has consistently demonstrated how to lead by example, showing patience, discipline, and relentless effort. Green, with his experience and intensity, continues to set the tone for defensive accountability and team-first mindset. Together, their leadership provides a framework for younger players to understand that individual accolades are secondary to the collective goal. This dynamic is essential in moments when a team faces adversity, such as consecutive road losses or games where chemistry falters. Golden State has historically thrived when every player embraces their role, understands the team strategy, and executes with commitment, and maintaining that culture remains a priority for both players and coaches. The upcoming road-heavy schedule will be a true test of this culture. Facing teams like San Antonio, New Orleans, Orlando, and Miami in consecutive games will demand focus, energy, and resilience. Road games in the NBA are notoriously difficult, with travel, hostile environments, and opponent strategies designed to exploit weaknesses. For Golden State, these matches will not only test skill, but also mental toughness. The team must minimize errors, reduce turnovers, and maintain the defensive intensity that has defined their most successful periods. Each matchup will be a learning opportunity, particularly for the younger players who are still developing consistency and understanding of high-level competition. How the team handles this stretch could serve as a turning point for the season, either reinforcing lessons learned in early games or exposing areas that require urgent adjustment. Draymond Green's comments about personal agendas highlight an ongoing theme that extends beyond statistics or on-court performance. In a league where ambition is a natural part of player development, balancing personal goals with team objectives is a constant challenge. The Warriors' coaching staff and veterans have to ensure that these ambitions are channeled in ways that strengthen the team rather than create tension. Communication, trust, and accountability are key components of this process, and Golden State's history shows that teams who master these elements can achieve remarkable consistency and success. When players like Podziemski and Kuminga learn to integrate their drive with the team's collective purpose, the result can be explosive, a younger, hungrier roster complementing the experience of established stars. This blend of youth and veteran leadership has the potential to elevate the team beyond its individual pieces, creating cohesion and a shared sense of identity that drives winning results. Another important factor is the mental approach to adversity. Losing consecutive road games, dealing with injuries, or struggling with efficiency can test the resilience of any team. The Warriors' challenge is to maintain confidence, focus on execution, and avoid letting frustration or personal agendas disrupt the rhythm of the game. Curry's own admission of struggling to get going after returning from illness illustrates the delicate balance between personal recovery and team responsibility. Every player must understand that effort, discipline, and teamwork are the foundations of success, and that momentary setbacks do not define the trajectory of the season. Veterans like Green and Curry have seen firsthand how quickly a team can rebound when focus is restored, and their guidance is crucial in helping the younger players navigate these situations effectively. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Whispers are echoing across the league after a tense night between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Golden State Warriors. Sources close to the locker room suggest that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Thunder's calm yet fiercely competitive star, had some choice words aimed in the direction of the Warriors following what many described as one of the season's most emotionally charged games. According to insiders, SGA didn't raise his voice or throw shade in the usual social media fashion. Instead, his message came through a quiet but cutting remark that reportedly left teammates and even opponents stunned. "They talk a lot for a team that's not on top anymore," he allegedly said, a line that has since taken a life of its own among NBA circles. The tension between Oklahoma City and Golden State has been simmering for a while, fueled by the clash of eras, the young, hungry Thunder looking to prove themselves, and the veteran Warriors defending their legacy. The post-game atmosphere was thick with rivalry energy, and multiple reports claim SGA's composure only amplified the sting of his comment. While the Warriors camp has remained silent, several players were seen visibly frustrated as they left the court. One anonymous source hinted that a few heated exchanges continued in the tunnel area, though no confrontation took place. Fans are already flooding social media with speculation, wondering whether SGA's message was a one-time jab or a declaration of a new rivalry in the West. Some see it as a sign that the Thunder star is stepping fully into the leadership spotlight, ready to challenge the league's long-established hierarchy. For now, it's all whispers, no official statements, no public responses. But one thing seems clear: the next time Oklahoma City and Golden State meet, it won't just be about basketball. It will be about pride, legacy, and who gets the last word. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.